Good content does a couple of things. First, it engages your targeted readers. It informs them of either your product or your services, or perhaps even some thought leadership about the industry in which you exist in. And it should also help to advance the plot of your business plan or your communications plan. And what I mean by plot is that you have a mission in place. You either want to earn a certain amount of money, maybe fundraise a certain amount of money if you're a nonprofit. You have a goal in mind. To reach that goal, we have to keep advancing the plot like a film or a novel. Well-written content fulfills that goal. And that's exactly the kind of work I do. In copywriting, in the marketing field, persuasion is about helping people in business, or customers, consumers, understand the benefits of investing in your product or service. So, for example, if I owned a technology company that invented a new kind of robot that was going to help you as a business person save money in achieving your goals, I'm going to then inform you of the return on investment, or ROI is the acronym. Letting you know what that ROI is in a fluid and easy to consume manner is persuasive writing. Not only do I achieve that for clients, but I'm also a creative writer, and I'm an author, I'm a poet. I believe in using word painting exercises. So in other words, I like to use the same type of writing style that is reserved for fiction and creative nonfiction publishing for persuasive copywriting. Okay? Therefore, we're answering all the business needs of a client. Or, in the case of a B2C business, we're answering all the customer's needs. But we're also building emotional investment in your brand. That's vital. That is vital, and people are not doing it properly. Now, you can't do emotional investment in a business document, but you can do emotional investment in a company's about page, their mission statement, in blog articles. You can continue to back up the brand of what makes your particular business special, and why should I care about it? Other than just the benefits I would receive from the invention of your product or service, but what about you makes this special? And that's what I try to sew into this content. The first thing I do when beginning any new project is I sit down for an interview process with a subject matter expert, which may be an engineer or a business owner or perhaps a salesman who has been around for a long time. I have to ask a series of conceptual questions in order to learn about the project, and then I can begin to research more and then to write the project. And those types of questions deal with the who, what, when, where, why, and how of your goal. There are a vast number of differences between technical writing and copywriting, and they often overlap each other. But for this conversation, we'll just say that technical writing has to do with procedural work that helps an end user get the most out of a piece of software or a piece of hardware, say like a new blender, or perhaps how to operate your Amazon.com account. The steps involved to help you get the most out of your experience would be technical writing. And copywriting has to do with the marketing aspect of things, blog articles, newsletters, product descriptions. That's copywriting. Now, granted, that's not a definitive explanation. Like I said, there are vast differences and there's a lot of overlap. But just to give you an idea, that's the difference. Procedural, technical, and marketing, selling. This is another vast topic, much like the differences between technical and marketing communications. But we're going to keep this brief. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and our written content that is web-based. What we have to do is ensure that we're researching key phrases, popular key phrases, that people type into Google or Bing or another search engine to search for. And we want to make sure those key phrases are tucked into the written content of your web pages so that those search engines will begin to rank your website, your blog, your social media pages as relevant content to what that person is searching for. Okay? There are a number of ways to do that. And there are a number of ways to abuse that. So it's very important that we do it correctly. And a lot of marketing writers these days abuse it. I've been doing this for a long time. I've missed 2 deadlines in my entire career. 2. And I've only missed them by a couple of days. And the reason for that, well, the first reason is that particular client went on vacation without telling me. And there was much needed information I needed from that client in order to complete the project. Okay? That's the first time that happened. The second time it happened is because as I was completing my project, about a day before it was due, that client completely changed the nature of the project. Because you know how business goes sometimes, right? I mean, you think you're on track with one solution to a problem, and then all of a sudden, you have to change it. So I've always been on time, and before deadline if possible. That's not really a concern of mine. And I have glowing recommendations from employers that say as much.